Are we ready?
We're ready.
So what did we say last time? Are we ready? Is that what we said? Okay. Are we ready? Let's go. Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. If you watch Netflix during the pandemic, you know what that's from. This is Mark Dalton, owner of Chic On The Cheap in Sarasota, Florida. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to have a chat. We'll call it a fireside chat. Let's steal that from FDR. He's dead, he won't know. We're going to have a little chat about transparency and about things that bother us in our business. So I have a little cheat sheet here because I'm an old man and I can't really remember everything. So, I wrote it down. And we're going to do it with each designer. So we're going to videotape each designer. We're not going to be talking to each other, but we're going to say honestly and transparent what things bother us or things that maybe the client doesn't think about. So I'm going to start. The first thing I'm going to start with is my time. My most valuable asset in the world is my time. And just because I'm working and you're no longer working, my time is just as important as your time is. And I want to make sure that people understand that. When you're an interior designer and you're doing a client's project, a house or a condo or whatever you're doing, the time that it takes to think about that is overwhelming. Let me just give you an example. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning every morning. I do not get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I want to. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm thinking about your project. I wake up for whatever, the dog moved or my husband moved, and I woke up, and then all of a sudden I start thinking about your bathroom or your kitchen or the outside terrace or what's going on, and I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm actually working. Clients say to me, "Did you send out that email at 3 o'clock in the morning? Were you still up? Were you up from the night before?" And I said, "No, I'm getting up at that time of the day." So I want people to understand how important our time is, and that honestly, you couldn't pay us enough money for all the time that we put in because you'd be bankrupt and nothing would ever get done. But I want you to be cognizant of the fact of the importance of that. Something else that I want to touch on here is the name of our company is Chic On The Cheap. I do not want people to think that we are doing anything cheaper or cheaply. What we are about is being mindful of your money. We don't mark things up. We just charge an hourly rate or a flat fee, and you pay all the bills directly. Nothing else is going in our pockets. Nothing else is marked up. We want your money to go back into your home instead of paying exorbitant fees to some designer that's driving around in a Rolls Royce. Okay, well, I have a Range Rover. That's not quite the same thing, is it? Anyway, that's two things. Oh, please let us do our job. If you're hiring us to help you with the interior design of your project, let us do our job. Listen to what we're telling you because we have your best interests at heart. Let's see, what else do I have here? We talked about Chic On The Cheap. We talked about time. We talked about the importance of your home. So a lot of people in this area that we live in, let's face it, we live in an area where there is an exorbitant amount of money. And this might be their third or fourth home. And sometimes people treat it like it's just another Mercedes or another Jag or another Aston Martin in the garage. And that isn't how we go about doing design. Because I think, and this is my personal thought, that your home, whether it's your first home or your 10th home, and whether you have homes all over the world or this is your only home, is your sanctuary from the world. So it needs to be like a blanket that envelops you the minute you walk in the door. It's important for you to think about what it is that you really want in your home and try to convey that to us so that we can give you exactly what you're desiring. Or just let me do it and it'll be beautiful. So I'm just telling you what works for me, how things are for me, and what I need and what is important to me, and the things about clients that bother me. Everybody's going to have a different opinion in our firm. Everybody's going to have different things that bother them. None of it's right, none of it's wrong. We all have our opinions. But we're hoping by doing this little series, you're going to get to know each one of us a little bit more. See, my dog is sitting on my lap right here. You really can't see him. This is Harris Teeter, okay, named after the grocery store in the Carolinas. That's a whole other story how that came about. But shortly, I had a boyfriend. His mother lived in Charlotte. And when we started going there, I said, Harris Teeter, what a great name for a dog. And then years later, when I got a dog, I named it Harris Teeter, because it's like, that's a dog's name. Anyway, I digressed off of what I was talking about, but that's me. So, you know, that's part of who I am and what I am about. The important thing is that we are not about doing it cheaper. We're about giving you what you want and being mindful of your money. We are changing our little logo from smart, mindful, and sophisticated to driven by transparency, because we want to be as transparent as we possibly can for you, which interestingly, a lot of people have a hard time with that because they're not used to a business being run by that. The dog's gonna jump off the chair, I think. I can feel him moving around. And fueled by creativity, which is me. The creativity is getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I don't want to bore you any longer. I hope this is all good and you all like it. Great, you know, whatever. The dog's going to jump down, so I'm letting him down right now, okay? This is Mark Dalton. Peace out.